All right, this is welcome once again. I still remain Godwin. This is estimation and approximation, and the subtopic is rounding decimals to the nearest tenth, hundredths, and thousandths. We've done this before. This is lesson 3, like continuation of what we have earlier on. Now, in this perspective, this is an example. We have given 474.4547 correct to the nearest tenth, hundredths, and thousands. In the previous class, we're only talking about decimal. Now, when we are now talking about decimal, after the decimal point is where this one is going to stage from. Now, before we go into the solution, let's distribute this. We have TH, which stands for thousands, H stands for 100, T stands for 10, and this U stands for unit. Immediately after the decimal, we have the tenth. This one is hundredths, and this one is thousandths, and the last one is tenths of thousands. Look at the spelling; it's quite different from the regular 10 you have. The 10 is just TE, but this one is having TH, hundredths, and thousands, and so on like that. So for this example now, to round up a decimal number to the nearest tenths, if you consider this, immediately after the decimal, you have the tenth, first decimal place, second, third, and the fourth. So for this one, to round up a decimal number to the nearest tenths is the same thing as 0.1. It's the same thing as 0.1. Immediately after the decimal, 0.1 is the same as rounding to the one decimal place. DP stands for decimal place. Therefore, 474, if you notice, I called them together. But immediately after the decimal, you need to call the other one singly. That is 4547 will be. Now, let's consider the solution now to this perspective. So, we have 474.4547. So, rounding up to the first tenth now, your mind should be on this. This is the tenth, the first decimal place. That is, this is the first decimal place. Why did the decider, this 5 is called the decider? So, and since it is 5, we need to round it up. You have to round up. You have to round it up. So at the end of the day, you'll be having something like this. If you round it up, so your answer will simply be 474. Since we round this up, it becomes 5. So this is the answer for this very one. Now, if you go to the next one, rounding to hundredths. So I won't go further to be putting all of this anymore. Just understand the flow. The hundredth is the same thing as second decimal place. So if I put this figure down, 47.4547. So they say the second hundredth is the same as second decimal place. So this is the second decimal place. So your decider, this is the decider. Now the decider is less than 5. It's not 5, it's not above 5. So you will round down. So we'll have to round the numbers round down. So it has to go towards the downside. So at the end of the day, you have 474.45. Since this one is not up to 5, so the figure remains this way. It does not change because it is not up to 5. So the last one, which is the big one, to the nearest 1,000, this very thousands we have here. So let's go on. The question is 474.4547. Now, since you are rounding up to the nearest thousands, it's the same thing. If you check this previous place, this is where you have the 1,000. TH stands for thousands. So your mind is actually on this one, which is the 1,000. This one is tenths, this is hundreds, this is thousands, and this is tens of thousands. So since we are rounding up the nearest thousands, so this is where the 1,000 is. This is the third decimal place. So the decider, this one which is called the decider, is above 5. So definitely when we will round it up, we'll round up. So if I round up, it's going to move one figure from 7 to this one, and this will turn to 0. So at the end of the day, you have something of this nature. 45. Since this one is rounding up, you have it's no longer 4, it will now turn to 5. So you can actually make this 0. If you like, you leave it that way. So this is the answer. So it's simply saying we have rounded up to third decimal place. So you can put this in front of the answers if you like. So these are what it represents. This one is actually second, N is N2, second decimal place, and the last one is simply to first decimal place. So any question to this? This is the last aspect of decimal that we'll be considering. In our next class, we'll be looking into significant figure. All of this is still under estimation and approximation, and we're in lesson 3. We're actually rounding up in tenth, hundredth, and thousand. Thank you very much. You can try your hands on some examples in this area. I'm sure you won't miss it. I still remain Godwin. Please like my videos and subscribe as you will be getting more of this. And this is actually lesson 10 of the JSS1 class. Thank you very much. See you another day.